Hello and welcome to HPA Global Insights, where we'll be interviewing experts from the dietary supplement, nutritional ingredient, and overall natural health food industry. Please like, subscribe, turn on that little notification bell, and comment below. Now on with the show. Hi, welcome. Today we're going to talk about HPA China's Probiotic China Summit. And to help me dive into this, I have my colleague on the other line there, Mr. Charles Diao, Operations Manager. How's it going, Charles?
Hi, pretty good, Jeff. How are you there in US?
I'm fine. So you're in
Okay,
Shanghai. How's the weather going?
yeah. The weather is still like the typically in July, there's a lot of rains. Yeah, just
Oh,
like previous years.
yeah, it's always like that muggy, humid, and
Yes.
hot. All right, so we just,
Mm.
what was it, last week? You organized the Probiotics China Summit. We had
Yes.
the first one we did was in 2019, which was the very first one we did in Shanghai, and there was close to 300 people.
Yeah.
And that was held off site the day before the FiAsia China Expo, which Informa
Mm.
and the previously UBM Sino Expo run.
Mm.
So that was a very good event. Leading into 2020, we were looking at having close to 600 people. We're picking up some
Mm-hmm.
good steam. And of course, our partner in that is International Probiotic Association, IPA. So we're very happy to be partners with them in that as well. But then
Yeah.
COVID came and kind of squashed all that. So we had 2020, we did the Probiotic China Summit in November. The
Yeah.
FiAsia show was canceled and, well, not canceled, but moved from June to November, right?
Yes. Mm.
Yeah, and that one was, we had about 70 people that at that one.
70, 80 people. Yeah, actually, the actual number should be higher than that because there were people standing,
Oh, okay.
standing on the side. Yeah. Mm.
And so the big difference was the fact that there's international travel issues, and so a lot of the international companies couldn't attend, and so we were just dealing with our members and other probiotic companies that are in China and have offices and teams there. And the other difference is we actually did it at the FiAsia Expo show, like right on the show floor itself.
Yes, yes, and last year in 2020, we only got two hours or 3 hours and five speeches only for the probiotics ingredient suppliers. Yeah.
Mm.
So we don't have other topics like what we did in 2019 or what we did this year, 2021, the regulations, trends, and other topics. Yeah.
Yeah, so this
So last
year,
year that was only the introduction of the probiotics. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So this year we also partnered again with FiAsia team and held the event on the show floor. But we got a bigger venue. We had about 150 seats. People are coming and going throughout the day, so it was like over a 6-hour event, and so we had
Yeah.
probably 150 plus people come to that event. So and we're very thankful for the sponsors making that happen. So who were the sponsors for that event?
We got 5 sponsors: Deerland, Synbiotech, Cereal, Fonterra NZMP department, and Probi. Yeah.
Okay, so they all had, and then we, like you just mentioned, we also added some like added value information. We had 4 other speakers. Who were they?
Yes. Yes. There were CRS group. They talked about the regulation, the latest regulation, access regulation, and then the Innova. Innova talked about the probiotics global trends for the researchers, new product launches, etc. And then we invited the BizBytes. They're from a VC company, an investment company, and they talk about the the industry opportunities in their eyes for the food industry and especially the probiotics segments. And at last, we also invited the USP, talking about the global standards. That makes sense because I think the China GB standard is pretty low. So some of the probiotics companies there thinking about have a higher standard than the national standard. So in this case, I think it's pretty good for them to introduce the like global standards, higher standards to the industry. Yeah.
So next year we're planning on, hopefully, if we can, as a world, kind of get this COVID situation under control, and we can have international travel again. I know China is going to keep their international travel quarantine program in place until at least the middle of next year, from what I saw in the news and heard from people on the ground. So hopefully we can do this in June. Maybe there'll be a little bit of relief there, and people will be able to travel to China and get to the FiAsia show, and we can have a full off-site show, because our bigger show was actually held off-site the day before the expo in a 5-star hotel, and that's what we plan on doing next year as well. If COVID still is an issue and we can't do traveling, we'll still have the event, and we'll do it on the show floor, probably much like we did this year, and have 100 to 200 people attend that event. And just look towards the future for this COVID to get under control. So one thing I'd like to point out is our events are a little bit unique in the fact that they're very much business development oriented shows. So the big show we filled the audience with China's leading food manufacturers, supplement manufacturers, contract manufacturers, like R&D people, decision makers that are there to listen to our members and our sponsors talk about their products. So it's actually, you're up on the stage talking to a whole group of potential partners, which our sponsors really, really enjoy, because it's, they can make those connections and network right there on the spot. And that was, why we set it up, and that's our goal.
Yeah. That's the purpose, because, we want to improve the communication between the food industry and the probiotics industry, and that's what we are going to do in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. So as part of that, we have the Probiotics China Online, and that, can you explain that a little bit? And that's all part of our mission to kind of bring that communication together.
Yes, because of the COVID situation now, the online programs, any kind of online programs, for example, like live streaming for selling of the products or the education, and of course, like Probiotics Online, we launched this online program to enhance our power in the industry. Because we only have 1 or 2 offline events for probiotics every year. So when we have this online program, we can touch the clients through our online channels, like more frequently. Yeah.
So we did. We just recently wrapped up, I think you did 5 different interviews. So just as an example of how this works, we've worked with 5 companies, and you did some in-depth interviews with them, and that was published, and those articles were published through a variety of our news channels, and which gather a bunch of views and really get out into the industry. So who were those interviews that we did?
We call these interviews the probiotics talks. We want to talk with the probiotics companies, ingredient suppliers, more accurate. We want to explore more deeper into their companies, show some information details which were not known by the industry. So up to now, we've interviewed 5 companies: the Fonterra, NZMP, and the Novozyme, Lalamont, Cereal. Cereal isn't an ingredient supplier, but they have a very unique OEM capability for the probiotics. So that's also the information we want to know and explore to our clients. And then the latest interview we did was from BioFlag. It's a domestic ingredient supplier. Their new strain MP108 just got approval for the infant for the ingredients approved for the infant use. So yeah.
Okay,
and now we're also touching base with more ingredient suppliers, and I hope in the future we can also got more interviews inside China or the global companies who want to enter China. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, let's wrap this up. I want to keep this kind of short and to the point, but for if any probiotic companies that are making ingredients are watching and are interested in the China market, if you're already there or not there, think about hooking up with us, get in touch with us, and see how our online program and all the news channels we represent can get your word out to the right people. R&D people and food scientists and all the people that are looking at, using these or potentially using probiotics in finished products.
Yeah, each article, each interview we did got around 1,400 reads through all of our channels, and our audience are quite accurate. Most of the audiences are the food industry people, R&D people, and products related people, or the decision makers. Yeah.
Yeah, our channels are very precise in that we're targeting the right people. We're not. It's not going out to like consumers and just random people. And also those. I did run those interviews through my personal LinkedIn, which is I have a pretty big following, and through there, those also gained over 1,000 views in my LinkedIn, which was really interesting because the interviews are in Chinese.
Yes,
going out to the Chinese industry. So, but I have a decent following of Chinese on my LinkedIn, which is really nice. So that's just an added benefit. But yeah, at the end of this, we'll have our information to contact us. If you want to learn more, we have a nice PDF we can send you with details about how the whole program works, and happy to talk with you, get more information, and work with you on producing an article.
Yeah, so besides the probiotics talks, we also will have two versions of monthly newsletter, one version in Chinese, one in English. Yeah. So I think the newsletter will be released since this month, July. Okay. So yeah, if any companies want to get the monthly newsletter about China market or about global market, you can also contact us.
Okay, sounds good, Charles. Thanks for the update, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to HPA Global Insights. Please like, subscribe, and share with your colleagues. Any questions or suggestions, email us at info@uschinahpa.org. This channel is operated by U.S. China Health Products Association, which is a nonprofit organization. Please consider joining the association and supporting its global endeavors. Your support is very much appreciated. Until next time, take care.